The Crime of Padre Amaro, or El Crimen del Padre Amaro, is a 2002 Mexican drama directed by Carlos Carrera. The film tells a gripping and provocative story about faith, power, and corruption within a small-town church. With its powerful performances and intense moral dilemmas, this film has sparked deep conversations about the balance between human flaws and religious devotion. The story begins with Padre Amaro, a 24-year-old newly ordained priest, arriving in the small town of Los Reyes to assist Father Benito, the elderly parish priest. Played by Gael Garcia Bernal, Amaro is an ambitious and devout young man, eager to prove himself in his new role. However, from the moment he steps into the town, it becomes clear that not everything in the church is as virtuous as it seems. Father Benito, a long-standing figure in the community, has cultivated a deep bond with the townspeople. Yet, he harbors a dark secret. He is romantically involved with Sanjuanera, a local restaurant owner, and the mother of a young catechism teacher named Amelia. Additionally, Father Benito is using money from a local drug cartel to fund the construction of a new hospital. While he sees this as a way to serve the community, the ethical compromises involved cast a shadow over his work. Amaro quickly becomes acquainted with Amelia, a 16-year-old girl deeply involved in the church. Amelia, played by Ana Claudia Talancon, is a spirited and devout young woman whose faith is as strong as her curiosity about the world. She is initially in a relationship with Ruben, a local journalist known for his critical views on the church. However, her growing fascination with Padre Amaro begins to complicate her feelings. As Amaro settles into his duties, his interactions with Amelia become increasingly personal. Despite his priestly vows, Amaro finds himself drawn to her. Their relationship deepens into a secret affair, a turning point that challenges Amaro's faith and moral integrity. Amelia, for her part, becomes consumed by her feelings for Amaro, seeing him as both a spiritual and romantic figure. Meanwhile, Ruben begins investigating the church's connections to the local drug cartel. He uncovers evidence that Father Benito is receiving financial support from the cartel, a revelation that threatens to expose the corruption within the church. Ruben publishes an article detailing his findings, but the church pressures Amaro to write a statement denying the claims. Amaro complies and Ruben loses his job, further complicating his relationship with Amelia. As their affair continues, Amelia discovers she is pregnant with Amaro's child. This development heightens the stakes for both of them. Fearing the consequences of a scandal, Amaro suggests Amelia leave town to avoid public scrutiny. However, Amelia tries to reconcile with Ruben, hoping he will take responsibility for the child. Feeling betrayed and hurt, Ruben rejects her, leaving her with no support system. Desperate to protect his position and reputation, Amaro arranges for Amelia to undergo a clandestine procedure. However, complications arise, and Amelia begins to bleed heavily. In a frantic attempt to save her, Amaro takes her to a distant hospital. Tragically, she dies on the way, leaving Amaro devastated. To protect the church's reputation, a fabricated story is spread, claiming that Ruben was the father of Amelia's child and portraying Amaro as a compassionate priest who tried to save her. At Amelia's funeral, Amaro leads the service, maintaining his public image of piety and devotion. Meanwhile, Father Benito, now confined to a wheelchair, leaves the parish in disgust, fully aware of the truth behind the events. The Crime of Padre Amaro is a powerful exploration of the moral complexities within religious institutions. At its heart is the question: how far can one stray from virtue while claiming to serve a higher purpose? Padre Amaro begins his journey as a devout and idealistic young priest, but becomes entangled in a web of deception, ambition, and personal weakness. The film also highlights the hypocrisy and corruption that can exist within systems of power. Father Benito's actions, though rooted in a desire to help the community, reveal how moral compromises can lead to greater ethical failures. Similarly, Amaro's relationship with Amelia demonstrates the consequences of exploiting trust and the devastating impact of prioritizing reputation over human life. Amelia's story serves as a tragic reminder of how those with less power often bear the greatest burden in these moral conflicts. Her faith and innocence are manipulated, leading to her untimely death. The fabricated story about her pregnancy further underscores the lengths to which institutions will go to protect themselves, often at the expense of the truth.